Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Polls show most Americans want President Biden to stop Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Russia claims Western sanctions will cause a global collapse. Rent prices in the USA smash all records. Motorists rank the worst places for gasoline prices. Also ahead, very quietly, our entertainment culture is collapsing. But first, a survey from Reuters says 8 in 10 voters want Joe Biden to defend Ukraine. 74% back the creation of a no-fly zone. 81% want more economic sanctions against Russia. Another poll from Newsweek finds 58% believe Biden's policies enabled Putin's invasion. 42% blame Donald Trump. Most adults, including Democrats, want to expand domestic energy production. The Kremlin warning that Western sanctions could spark a global collapse. Foreign Minister Lavrov saying the deployment of military weapons to Kyiv will bring about catastrophic developments for Europe. U.S. Secretary of State Blinken giving a green light to NATO countries sending fighter jets into Ukraine. Vice President Harris arrives in Poland tomorrow. High rents smashing records all over the USA. Prices jumping 20% in many places. A one-bedroom in Chicago will set you back $2,500. That figure rises to $3,000 a month in New York City and $4,200 in San Francisco. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez blames the rent spike on, quote, politicians favoring police and jails over housing and schools. She really said that. The Automobile Association of America pinpoints 10 states with the highest gasoline prices. Here they are: Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Illinois, Alaska, Washington State, Oregon, Nevada, Hawaii. Number 1, California. The average price for a gallon in the Golden State, $5.34, and rising every single day. Lowest prices bottom out at $3.60 in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Experts predict the national average will hit $5.50 a gallon by summer. In a moment, maybe you can save up for gasoline by not going to the movies. A culture collapse? Right back. How devastated would you be if a criminal stole all the equity in your home? Well, the crime is happening all over the USA. The FBI calls home title fraud one of the fastest growing crimes, so protect yourself and go to HomeTitleLock.com, America's leader in home title protection. See, the deed to your home is the only document that proves you own it. And the deeds to all homes are online now. Criminal can quickly forge your name off the deed, refile as the owner. Like one homeowner, Deborah, whose common identity theft service did not protect her. So she got evicted, if you can believe it. Deborah has Home Title Lock now. HomeTitleLock.com is your peace of mind that the deed to your home is protected. Please visit HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Very quietly, the entertainment industry in the USA has collapsed. First, the facts. In 2001, primetime television viewing, 32 million Americans a night. 32 million in 2001. In 2021, 20 million, down 40%. Late night television, viewership 2001, 12.5 million. Viewership 2021, 4 million, down 70%. An incredible drop, even if the hosts are generally lame, and they are. How about movies? Domestic box office 2001, 4 billion. 2019, before COVID, 3.3 billion, down 17%, despite ticket prices almost doubling. How about the Academy Awards show that's coming up? Viewership in 2001, 43 million. Wow. Viewership in 2021, 10 million, down 75%. Oscar winners last year, Best Picture, Nomadland. Did you see it? I didn't see it. Best Actor, Anthony Hopkins. Best Actress, Frances McDormand. Best Picture nominees this year: Nightmare Alley, Don't Look Up, Dune, Drive My Car, Belfast, Licorice Pizza, The Power of the Dog, West Side Story, King Richard, Coda. All of those movies earned less than $1 million during their opening weekends. Nobody went to see them. I tried to watch that Nightmare Alley on HBO. I could not get through it. Now, we are living in a country that exports entertainment to the world. And that has been going on since the 1930s. It's a huge part of the American landscape. And it is collapsing. So what's going on? Well, it's mostly due to the woke culture in Hollywood. Here's an example. Dana Walden, chair of entertainment at Walt Disney Studios, says ABC passed on, quote, incredibly well-written scripts because they were written by white men. Disney doesn't want to do business with white men. That, of course, is racist. Now, I want diversity, but I want the most talented people under the banner of diversity. And if they're Caucasian, hire them. And then you have the culture out in Hollywood where if you are a traditional conservative actor, writer, whatever it may be, a lot of times they won't hire you. This has all led to the decline in American entertainment. People are just on their phones, on their computers, whatever. They're not paying attention to Hollywood anymore. And you know what? Hollywood deserves it. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve the message by writing it. If you would like more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com, where I am on TV each night. In a moment, something you might not know. As you know, inflation is almost out of control thanks to the policies of this administration. Retirement accounts are especially vulnerable right now because when inflation goes up, your dollar savings go down. So how do you protect your hard-earned wealth? Please call the people I trust at American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts against inflation by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver, and they make it easy. They are the highest-rated firm in the country with an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. All it takes is a quick call, and they will deliver physical gold and silver right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. Plus, tell them O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. 877-444-GOLD Gold. Or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 105 years ago today, starving peasants staged a workers' strike across Russia. The group was soon joined by farmers, police officers, then members of the military. 1 week later, the Tsar and his family abandoned the throne after ruling the country for 300 years. The communist revolution had begun. Here's how Russia went from the Romanovs to Karl Marx. In the early 1900s, Russia was one of the most impoverished countries in Europe. The outbreak of World War I obliterated its economy. War casualties were greater in Russia than those sustained by any nation in any previous conflict. It was a bloodbath. By 1917 and the end of World War I, the people had lost faith in the leadership of Tsar Nicholas. On March 8th, thousands of protesters stormed the streets of the capital city, Petrograd, now called St. Petersburg. Within 2 days, similar demonstrations erupted all over Russia. The protesters demanded an end to the monarchy. Instead, they preferred to be ruled by local councils known as Soviets. On March 12th, the revolution triumphed when regiment after regiment of army defected to the cause. The government was forced to resign. On March 15th, the Tsar abdicated his throne and abolished the position. After years in exile, Vladimir Lenin, leader of the Bolshevik Party, that's the communists, left Switzerland, crossed enemy lines in Germany, and returned to Russia. The events led to a civil war between different factions. By 1923, Lenin and his communists seized control. They would hold power over Russia until the Soviet Union's collapse in 1991. And here's something else you might not know. The Russian Revolution and its ideology brought about the greatest humanitarian disasters in history. For the next century, communism would cause the deaths of approximately 100 million human beings. That includes 20 million Russians, at least 50 million Chinese, another 30 million in places like Vietnam, North Korea, and Cuba. The leading cause of death under communist rule, starvation. And remember, Putin came out of the communist system. Back after this. Hey, investors, listen up. Inflation and rate increases are forecasted, which will potentially stall stock market gains. But the experts say apartment building values and rent increases are up. Almost 6.8 million homes are needed in this country right now. You have heard me tell you about NRIA. They are building rental and condominium properties in high-demand, low-supply markets right now. I personally visited one myself in Florida. Their 15-year track record has been delivering competitive returns for investors. So, you might consider investing in a solid foundation and give them a call. 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414, or check them out at nria.net.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.